for top 10 IT companies, what's your strategic aspect to crack the interview? Like 7, 8 rounds generally, there are 7, 8 rounds. If you have a review on that.
I've never been through a 7 or 8 round interview. I think the most I did was for a government role, and there was 4. And there was like a written exam. It was a very weird interview. I had never had to write an exam for an interview. I think that to crack any interview, you have to be authentic.
Yeah.
Honestly, like whether, authentic is to who you are as a person, and how you would interact with people. You can't put on up front because it kind of becomes unnatural about probably halfway through. Certainly interviews that last an hour or 2 hours, which I've had, you can't maintain a front for the whole thing. As well, in terms of as a program manager for the top 10 IT companies, I would say you have to show a legitimate knowledge of the company or of the area that you're being interviewed for. Like, you don't have to be this subject matter expert on how to code, cloud scale, right? But you do have to be able to work with somebody who codes cloud scale. And when they start talking to you, you're able to help them get through their obstacles or understand how you want to report what they're telling you, or be able to flag what they're telling you. Like maybe they don't think it's an issue, but you can identify the issue coming down the pipeline. Yeah. So I think as a program manager, you kind of have to show that wearing the multiple hats, but the fact that you're probably more people focused than you would have been had you started off as a coder in the beginning, right? I also think, once again, sense of humor helps, huge. You got to show that you're human. I mean, a lot of companies now talk about trying the work-life balance and recognizing people for having a value, meaningful work, so, bring up how you can bring your own meaning to your role, and that, you're expecting from your employer to support. You're looking for me, it's not that you're totally looking for meaning, but that you are trying to provide meaningful work, and you're expecting support from your employer that yes, your work will be valued, your presence is valued. It is key for you to be with us, part of our team. So I would say that those would be my tips. Plus, I've always found that the rule of thumb is whatever job you've interviewed for, the day you walk in, it's not the same job.